Well, welcome to Bourbon Writers. In tonight's episode, we're going to talk about the 5 best values in bourbon. And these ain't it. But they are 5 of my favorite bourbons because they got such a wide-ranging flavor profile. First up, Weller's Special Reserve, one of my favorite wheated bourbons. Next, Old Forester 1920, one of my favorite high-proof bourbons. In the middle, Colonel E.H. Taylor Small Batch. I just absolutely love this easy drinking bourbon. Hard to find, by the way. Next, another Old Forester product, 1910, one of my favorite bold bourbons. And last but not least, Henry McKenna 10-year single barrel bottled and bond. I just can't say enough good things about the McKenna. We did a recent Friday Night Bourbon Fight with this, where it went against Widow Jane 10-year. And if you'd like to see how it came out, go to our channel and we've got that already posted. So, these are not my 5 best values in bourbon, but what could replace them as a value alternative? And that's what the show is about tonight. So first up, what would be similar to the Weller Special Reserve? Well, I found the Larceny Small Batch by Heaven Hill Distilleries. This is an excellent budget bourbon, if you want to call it that. It's readily available everywhere, and at Total Wine, you can get this for $23.99. You just can't beat that. It's an easy sipper. It's got a good wheat profile. It's slightly sweet. I just found it neat or over ice. This is a great alternative when I either can't find or don't want to drink the Weller. Next up, what would be an alternative that has a bold taste like the 1920, high proof, but still gets me under my $40 budget? That would be the Chattanooga Cask 111. Now, at Total Wine, this is about $39.99, so at your local store, it could be a couple dollars more, but I can't say enough good things about this. I would drink this any day, whether I had the 1920 in stock or not. To me, it equals the flavor and the experience of the 1920 at a lower cost. This is a great bourbon. Should go to our First Pour series where I tell you more about it and why. This probably should be on your shelf. Well, next up, nothing actually replaces the Colonel E.H. Taylor, but I wanted something with a similar flavor profile that had light fruit, easy sipping, that had low rye or no rye, not brash, for something where I just want to sit back and enjoy neat or on ice. Well, almost by accident, we picked up this Fiddler Unison on one of our In the Hunt of a Unicorn series, and then did a first pour tasting with it, and it has similar light fruitiness of the Colonel, has no rye in it, and it's just a very easy sipper. So this is the closest thing I found to the Colonel, and you can get it at Total Wine for $32.99. Great product. If you're not a high rye fan, you should try this bourbon. Next up, the 1910. When I do want a bold, spicy taste, nothing comes close to the 1910. Really, I mean, it has its own unique flavor. But there is a value alternative that is also bold and spicy, a little different flavor profile, but I think you'll like it. Believe it or not, the Early Times Bottled and Bond. It's probably on the bottom shelf. It's got a screw cap, and it's a whole liter. And you can get this for, believe it or not, $24.99. This was a product of the Brown-Forman Distillery, like 1910. So a lot of the flavor characteristics are in this bottle from the original mash bill. It's now bottled by Sazerac, but you can taste the Brown-Forman recipes in this bottle. For a while it was difficult to find, but now I'm seeing the Early Times Everywhere. And just remember, this is the bottled and bond, not the Early Times whiskey. Well, it would be hard to replace the McKenna with anything. I just love this product. I took it to a family reunion recently and everybody loved it. Neat or over the rocks, I just love it. But it's a little pricey at around $70. So what could I get that it has a similar flavor profile and be less money? Cooper's Craft Barrel Reserve. I cannot say enough nice things about the Barrel Reserve. I drink this a couple times of the week. I'm always surprised at the flavor. It is a Brown-Forman product in the same line with Old Forester. And you really taste the deepness the Brown-Forman comes through. And so, although it's a different flavor profile, I find it's a good alternative to the McKenna. It's similar proof. There again, neat or over ice. You don't need to add anything to it. It's a wonderful experience. So here you have 5 great values in bourbon. In my opinion, the 5 best values in bourbon, period. Right there, all different flavor profiles. And I promise you, these 5 on your shelf, you'll drink them. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe to us. As always, drink responsibly, never drink and drive. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.